In this video, I'm playing Backgammon versus the Bot with Max Stockslager. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. Again, in this video, we're doing Backgammon versus the Bot, and it's my pleasure to invite my guest, Max. Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Hey Alex, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. How are you doing today?
So far so good. Yeah, how about you?
Very good. Thank you for asking. And where are you joining us from?
So I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Very good. How's the weather there this time of year?
It has been pretty cold, but today was nice. Yeah, not too bad. So no snow or anything yet this year, and yeah, not too bad today. So
Yeah, I'm not used to cold weather myself.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be playing a 3-point match against XG. Do you see that?
Yep, I see it.
Okay, very good. So this is the beautiful Backgammon Galaxy Earth board with the moon inlay. This is made by Rain. He makes some really nice boards. I'll put a link in the description. And this is similar, if not identical, to one of the boards that you have.
That's right. Yep, yeah, you got it spot on. Same inlay and same checkers. Been playing with this one for a while. So
So yours are
I
the
oh
Backgammon
good.
Galaxy checkers, or these are Gammoner checkers?
These are Galaxy checkers, the Earthboard checkers. They just I think they came with the green checkers and inlay, but I just ordered the gray inlay and the orange checkers separately. And yeah, I mean I the reason I bought that board in the first place is that I was playing with a big crystalloid board, and the first live tournament that I recorded any matches from, I realized I was making all sorts of like stupid, oversight types of, blunders that I never would online. I think it's because the board was too big. So I like
Uh,
that the Earth board's a little smaller, and I set up my actually, it doesn't look as good as yours, but with similar colors to sort of hopefully help with the vision aspect. And I think it has made a difference. But yeah, this looks just like mine.
okay, great. So hopefully we'll have some fun, learn some stuff. You're playing the orange checkers at the bottom, XG the white checkers at the top. It's a 3-point match. You can consult with me and just let me know. We're going to have players of different levels, so it's nice to hear your thought process for when you're making your plays. So we'll start with an opening 6-5. So you're just going to run, right?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, you could consider splitting, but yeah, running for sure the default. So
Okay. Now 5-4 split. Now roll. So 4-1.
yeah. Okay. I just looked at this one actually. Yeah. I mean, I think if I didn't have if I hadn't already escaped a checker, for sure I would play 13-9-6-5. You know, I'm a little less excited to do that now that we've already escaped one, and this leaves more return shots than like 6-5-1. But I think we still are supposed to play 13-9, 6-5. So that's what I'll do. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this is an option on the second roll. This is certainly correct, but when you've escaped the checker, you want to kind of focus on escaping the second checker. So this might be an
Oh,
option,
thirteen
but you
eight,
really,
right?
yeah, you don't want to. I think they'll probably be close. We'll
Right.
see.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll live with it if that's wrong.
six
Okay,
one.
well that was
Okay,
good. Um, okay, so yeah, I think we can roll.
okay.
Interesting. Hmm. So, I mean, just listing out the legal plays we could play. We can make the 5 with 13-8. We can hit somehow, or we could make the 4-point right and seem like the main options. So, again, I think if if we hadn't escaped the back checker, then again, then I would just play 13-8, 6-5, right, and make the better point. But here, this could be wrong, but I would hate to I'm not sure that upgrading from the 4 to the 5 point is worth leaving, the bot on the 9 point, right? When we have a race lead already, worth the right, so 5 pips. So yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards making the 4 here, so like 9 to 4, 5 to 4. But I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree. And as I mentioned earlier, when you have one checker escaped, it becomes increasingly important to escape the other one and not have another checker sent back, because then you're back to square one. And you want to think about what may be happening in the upcoming rolls, and what your assets are and your liabilities. Obviously, white has slotted the 18 point, our bar point, so it's threatening to make that. Making a point behind him is not as valuable, but um, I think you just don't want to get hit, and making a second innerboard point will help in a potential hitting exchange. After making this, if white is not able to anchor, there is a likelihood that white will leave a blot somewhere, and you'll be a favorite in that exchange. So that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So 2-1, just like that.
Okay. Good. So I mean, I don't think we can probably double. We can at least think about it, right? If we didn't need force to, you know, hit both of those checkers, I would, probably be more inclined to consider doubling here. Yeah, I mean, I think even if we hit and, go to the outfield, it's not like we've lost our market by a lot. So um I think I would hold off on doubling here.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So now
Okay.
5-1.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess our options are like 13 to 8, 24 to 23, or just going 24 to 18, right? Um, I could see either way. I mean, here he has, I guess, in favor of this play, we have a medium racing lead, and some of his numbers will, you know, hit but not be able to make the 5 point, or make the 5 point but not be able to hit. So he might have trouble doing both. On the other hand, I mean, this leaves a bunch of shots that it's not clear that we gain enough from when they get missed. So, I'm leaning towards thinking that it's not worth it. Also, if we stay back, that applies some pressure, and he may not be able to make the 5 point or cover the slotted 5 point next roll, and so there's some value in staying back. So I guess I would just play 13 to 8 and 24-23 instead of coming out. But what do you think?
I think both plays have merit. Um,
Right. I don't like leaving the checker on the 23 point.
yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
I
But
feel like it might be close. I probably would just take my chances here. Kind of duplicates the aces that cover and hit.
yeah,
But you're the guest, so if you want to do this, we can certainly do this one.
I could be talked into either way. I don't know. Yeah, this was my first instinct, so let's go with this.
Okay, we'll go with this and we'll see what the analysis shows
Yeah.
afterward. So 6-4.
Okay.
So now
Yeah,
we're
so I think we
rolling.
can roll. Yep.
5-3, so that's good.
Okay. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so we hit, and then um I guess we just have to play 13 to 10, right? I'm not playing 8 to 5. I'm not playing anything else. So
Right.
yeah, that seems clear.
It also duplicates the hitting aces here
Right.
with here and the entering aces too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
6-4. Okay, so
Okay.
now
So I think now we have to double. Yeah, I mean, we have, you have to check on the bar where we have a bunch of shots and another checker. Yeah, this seems clear to me. Probably a pass too, but
yeah, I think so,
um,
especially at this score. The only thing to consider is it may it be too good to double. Like at this score,
right.
win a gammon, you get to one away, three away Crawford, which is valuable. So
Hmm.
that's a 75% chance of winning the match. The possibilities of gammons is you can hit with fours and ones here, and there's already 14 checkers in the zone, which is very good for attack. White's made a deep point, which is not great, and There's just a lot going for it, but I think it's certainly a double, and or
Yeah, I mean,
it's certainly a pass.
definitely right, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I tend to miss a lot of small too good situations, right? So, I sort of, didn't even really seriously consider it. Maybe slightly too good. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to see the um, I guess the bad sequences of Russ or anywhere where he enters and anchors or enters and hits back, right?
But
So
there
yeah,
is
no,
also
I
a lot
get
of work to do to win a gammon because you've got to make a number of points. So
right. Yeah, I think it's a ways to go to win a
yeah,
gammon. If we had a third point, I could see it.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. I
just
wouldn't be
double.
surprised if it was a little too good, but in practice, I would double here. And also, if
Okay,
we weren't playing XG, I could see it's not totally unreasonable to think someone might take.
yeah, okay. So we'll double here. It's a pass. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're
Okay.
ahead.
Oh. Okay.
1-0, two away, three away. So now white open with the 5-2, bringing two checkers down. That's the aggressive play. So we're gonna
Yep.
roll 4-3.
Okay. Yeah. So I think when white plays two down, we're supposed to play two down here. I don't want to split when he has two extra checkers to attack with. So
Right.
it seems clear.
It also duplicates things like a 6-3, for example.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
roll.
Yeah, we can roll. Um, Interesting. Yeah, I mean, so, or I guess our options are make the bar point. Um, I don't think we can make the 5 point when it leaves the blots on the 9 to 10. Um, you could consider like 10 to 9 and a three somewhere, but I don't see anything that looks as good as making the bar point here. I don't know. What do you think?
I agree. It does. So the benefit of white splitting here is with rolls like 3-1 and things like that, kind of are forced to make the bar point, leading to relatively inflexible structure with two stripped points here and without the ability to unstack the 6 point. However, you do have a nice 3 prime, and the sixes are blocked from here, so white will have some bad sixes like 6-1 and 6-2, and of course double six. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
So 5-3. Now you're going to be really hesitant to double at this score.
Right, right. Yeah, so we can roll.
Okay, so that's a
Okay,
good roll.
that's a good one. Yeah, okay. So usually here, I think it's usually right to with the double force to make either the 5 and 4 and hit or the other one. So like we could play. So I think we would start with like 8 to 4 twice and 9 to 5, and then we can consider the last one. Um, on the one hand, so 13 to 9. I think we'd like to try to win a double gammon at the score, right? So this gives us another checker to attack with. But on the other hand, 24-20 lets us shoot at that third blot on the 14 point. So I could see either way. Um,
The other thing
hmm,
might be like this: 1, 2, 3.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
Yeah. I
So
bet this one
maybe
and the
like
first one are probably close, if I had to
one,
guess.
2,
Right.
and
Yeah, and then two more. Yeah, sure. So it's either 13 to 9, 8 to 4, or 13 to 5, or hmm, I mean, I think one sort of awkward thing here is that a lot of our like big numbers don't really seem to be doing anything productive, right? If we roll like I don't know, like 5, 5, 4. I guess we can play checkers down from the midpoint when he has two in the bar, so that's not that bad. But um, I think also when we're trying to blitz, I think it's not that big of an upgrade to go from the 4 to the 5, right? Making them in order seems less important. Um, so I could see. I could see either way. I think getting the back checkers moving, so like with 8 to 4 and 24-20, and trying to hit that third checker is my first instinct. But oh yeah, I don't know. I guess a disadvantage of this play is that yeah, we only have two numbers that we don't have very diversified numbers to continue attacking with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I could talk myself in circles on this one for a while, but yeah, I don't know.
What
If
my
it,
thought is you're gonna want to blitz, try to win on double gammon for the match. So these two is good. And then when you are blitzing, you want to try to focus your attention on the blitz. Uh,
right,
Splitting this seems like it may be a secondary thing because you're just trying to closing out two checkers will likely win you a gammon if white's not able to move much moving forward. So bringing
right, yeah,
checkers into the zone is I think the way to go. So
yeah, no, I
you
agree.
play
Yeah,
this,
so that
and so after this, the final four is a matter of whether you want to make your 5 point or your 4 point. If you make the 5 point, there's going to be three builders here. If you make the 4 point, you're still going to have three builders. So,
that's
I
a good
mean,
point. Yeah,
why
okay,
not just make the
that's
5 point if it's a better point, you know?
right. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, I agree. That's a good way of working through
It
it.
does
Yeah, I
leave a
like that.
double four joker, but
But yeah,
that's it.
okay, cool. Yeah, I like it.
So 4-3. Okay. Now 6-4. Okay, so the four is forced.
So, hmm, interesting. Yeah, so I think so. It seems like it's. I mean, so the legal sixes are the ones that we consider are 24-18, 21-15, or 8-2, right? Um, I don't think I want to play 8-2. Even though it leaves a double shot, right? If he anchors, I mean, I don't think that's necessary when white doesn't have a board yet, right? Getting it isn't that bad. So after that, I don't really like any of the sexes, right? 8-2 obviously is sort of killing the checker, and 24-18 and 21-15, both leave a bunch of double hit numbers, right? Which I prefer not to do. Um, I guess one advantage of 21-15 is that I guess if we're looking for a tiebreaker, it duplicates the ones to anchor and hit, right? On the other hand, you know, 24-18, yeah, 24-18 leaves a bunch of double hit numbers. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like anything. I think I dislike this less than 8-2 or 24-18. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, the other benefit of this is it also duplicates other numbers that would make the 5 point, such as
Right.
six
Yeah.
one, 3-1, 6-3, things like that.
Yeah.
And
And 5-3 makes a point.
yeah.
6-3 makes a point. Right.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like
Okay. That makes
White's
sense.
going to double no matter what. Um, this play, I think, is reasonable also because it
Right.
kind of triplicates the hitting fours here, here, and here. And um, let me see when you're left here. Like, let's say you do this and you're hit, it's a lot easier to come in and make an advanced anchor
Right.
when you
Right.
already have it slotted. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of options, but if you like this one, we'll do this one.
Oh, like I said, I don't really like any of them, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think your point about duplicating a lot of the point making numbers is a good one. I think that this was my instinct, but I think I think I feel okay about this one.
Okay. So, and we have the better board too. That's another,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the 3-1. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay, that's fine.
So now 4-2.
Hmm. So I guess if we come in with the four, we can either um we can either split 24-22 or we can play 8 to 6, right? I think, hmm, yeah, it's not obvious to me. I think, I mean, obviously, I don't like putting the six checker on the 6 point, and also white isn't really. I can't think of, there probably aren't many numbers where white is going to like want to break the anchor to hit on the 8 point anyway, right? Most of the numbers are going to be making a new point next roll, um, which makes me feel okay about leaving the checker on the 8 point. Which would suggest like 24-22 for the two. Yeah, so that's probably what I would play, but I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, this is really inviting a blitz. Rolls like
Right,
double five and double three become crushing, and double four as well. Those become really crushing. Uh,
right. Yeah, I mean, their sound side's right. It's yeah, I mean, I in favor of this one. I'd like to make um an anchor, because white has one, and I'd we currently have the stronger board with the 5 and 7 points made. So, um, you know, if there's an exchange of hits, that sort of favors us. But yeah, I could be convinced either way. Yeah. So okay, so you're thinking 8 to 6 for the two.
I don't know. This is going to be a good one to see in the analysis.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I mean, what's the race? It's not even okay. So I guess I mean another disadvantage of leaving the bot on the 8 point is that even if we don't get um even if we don't get pointed on, that leaves like, four. I guess it's only 4-2 and 4-6, and double fours hit both, but there are some numbers where that checker and the one on the 21 point get hit, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel a little bit uncomfortable having three checkers back and only two on midpoint. So like if we don't get them
Yeah.
moving
Right.
soon, um, yeah. So I could see either way. I could be talked into this one. Um,
You want to try this one?
yeah, sure, sounds good.
I tell people sometimes I'm wrong. We'll see in the analysis.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, now it's a
Depends what it
double.
rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think we have to take, right? I mean, he doesn't have hasn't made any new points. I mean, uh, the race is about even, and so I think that the take seems clear here.
Yeah. And what would you have done if you'd made the other play and were doubled? That would have been a tougher choice, wouldn't it?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, I still would have taken. I would. It could go more wrong for us, right?
Right. Right.
More volatile.
All right. So we'll take 4-1. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Now 5-1.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we have to go in with a five, and then probably for the same reasons as before, we don't want to split, and 6 to 5 is a productive one here. So I think that looks slightly better than 24-23 to me.
Okay. That makes sense. So 6-2. All
Okay.
right. Now 6-4.
Okay. Hmm. So um there's so I mean I think we want to make the 20 point, right? And then I guess we could either play 24-18 or 13-7, right? You know, in I guess in favor of 13-7, um we're behind in the race, still even after the play. So staying back on the 24 point is somewhat valuable, right? That checker's not in that much danger right now, and he has the stacked 6 and 8 points, and so it might be valuable to stop him from playing those checkers safely. And his midpoint is stripped, so to hit on our midpoint, you need to break that point, which I guess isn't that big of a downside, but something to think about. Um, this also leaves fewer shots in 24 to 18. So, and it gives us a spare on the 7 point to try to make some new points next roll, like make the 3 or 2 points. So, yeah, this looked a little weird at first to me, but I think I talked myself into it. I think this is what I would play.
Okay, we'll see. The other thing is when you play this, you have something to play next. Like you're going to want to play from here next safely. But if you play like this, you're going to have to probably play off the midpoint next, and that's going to disconnect these further. And
Right.
the other benefit, of course, you want to make this play. If white is going to hit with the 6 here, white will have to break the midpoint, and you have pretty good outfield control disconnecting these checkers from the rest.
No, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, so it's what do we over on the next 2 rolls? Do we want to be, playing? Do we want to be running that back checker? Do we want to be? I guess the strategy after 13 to 7 would be to, try to make the 3 or 2 points and then, sit on the 20 point, hope to get a shot. But I don't think we're probably not far enough behind in the race to need to do that, right? Um, so and I guess another disadvantage of 13 to 7 that I didn't think about is that after that, we will probably have to lift that bot on the next roll, and so it's not like we'll have we won't have the outfield control that we have now to try to hit white when he leaves at 21 points. So I could see either way. Yeah, I like okay. Yeah, I think that the 2 up play makes sense to me. Also that, there's the so I think I would play 24 to 18 over 13 to 7.
And when you leave this blot here, if white rolls a 6-3 or 5-4, white is able to both escape one checker and hit, and you won't have return shots on the midpoint. Whereas if you're hit here, if you're hit loose, you will have some return shots, many more return shots.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So what was your final decision?
Let's go 24 to 18. 24 to 18.
Okay, we'll see. Sometimes I convince people to make the wrong play and we learn that. Okay, 6-5. So see, you didn't even hit
Okay.
with 6-5.
So this was good. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Good outcome. Yeah.
Now 3-2.
Okay. Okay, this is interesting. I mean, so we can either play 18 to 13 or make the 3 point, right? I think 18 to 13 will be the default if you didn't have the 2 blots, right? I think we're behind in the race, in favor of making the 3. We're behind in the race. His midpoint is stripped and he has 2 blots. And the checkers on the 6 and 5, sort of want to go to the 3 point. Can we look at the other play? Can we look at the position after 18 to 13? I mean, this looks fine too, right? But yeah, I don't know. I think with the 2 blots, I would just make the 3 point.
Mm-hmm. At this score, so one of the things you notice here is with the cube doubled, gammons are worthless for us, but are valuable for white, right? So when you make the higher volatility play like this can lead to an exchange of hits, which can lead to gammons either way, but gammons will not help us, but they would help white.
Sure.
So sometimes when you're leading in the score like this and gammon wins don't gain anything, but gammon losses are very valuable for the opponent. You want to make the less volatile play. So we'll see what happens in the analysis. But
yeah, no, I might get dinged for this, but yeah, I mean, I would have thought that regardless of gammons, it would seem like we just win more this way, but I could be way off here. It's hard to judge.
And I mean, like white's midpoint is stripped, and the 6s that hit are kind of duplicated to cover here, and the ones that hit are duplicated to cover here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and I'm in with the 20 point. I don't think we probably don't lose too many gammons even after the bigger play here.
Right. Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll see. 3-1, so we weren't hit. Okay.
Yeah, okay, good.
Double one.
Okay, not good. So I guess we have to play 3-2 twice, and then it's either 6-5 twice or 2-1, right? Um, I'm not sure which is less bad, you know. I
Yeah.
like keeping the spare checkers on the 6 rather than the 5 point. I'd rather have the 2 than the 1 point. Probably keeping. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say keeping the spare checkers on the 6 is more important. So I would play 2-1, but I could see either way.
There's also the middling play, which may be a little risky given this blot, which would be like 1, 1, 2, 3.
That's true. Yeah, I had sort of didn't even really seriously consider it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like for the reasons you talked about, not wanting to lose a gammon at the
Yeah,
score. It's not what I would have played, but I could see that. I
right.
wouldn't be shocked if that was right. So yeah, so I would play 2-1. I think.
2-1. Okay. I think, having the 2 point made versus having the ace point made turns out to be a very big difference because anytime the opponent comes in, this is not going to have any blocking value. But if you have the two
Right.
point and they come in, at least there's some blocking value. And then when you look at the spare checkers here, if you have two spare checkers here, they're obviously not as good as having two here, but they're still builders for
Right.
other ones. So you kind of have to think about the pros and cons. But
hmm
we go with this and see what the analysis shows.
The thing that was the tiebreaker for me is I have a Wonder folder on my computer of plays where I was just supposed to keep the spare checkers on the 6 point, right?
Yeah,
Like rather
okay.
than playing. So that was, I mean, I totally, I totally get your point about the 2 being more valuable than the 1, but I don't really know how to judge, so I could see either way. But
We'll see what it looks like. Okay.
yep,
Okay, now we're behind in the race.
yeah, okay.
Double three.
So I mean, so we can't, we can't touch the 20 or 18 points, and I don't think we want to touch the 13 points. So I think I would just make the 4 and the 3 here.
Yep, that makes sense.
No, I wish we were on the 2. But well,
But then if we were on the two, these spares would be over
oh,
here.
that's true. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Okay,
Okay.
double four. Okay. Still have the anchor, so 5.
Okay. So 20 to 14 or 13 to 7, right? I think 20 to 14 seems clearly better here. I mean, it's the same. We prefer not to get hit, right? And it's the same number of shots, but we um we at least get some return shots when we get hit. And there's some like if white rolls like I don't know like 5-4, 4-3 or whatever. Well, I guess at least in the shots either way, but this is more pressure on the stripped
Yeah,
midpoint, so this seems better to me.
and in this way you retain the midpoint too,
Right. Yeah.
because this way you lose the midpoint.
Yep.
Yeah. Here, like if white rolls a 6-2, you have some return shots.
Yeah.
Okay, 3-1, had to play behind. Now double
Okay.
6.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that's interesting. So um, we're still, behind what 11 pips after this. So I think we need to stay back. So the most contact we can get is like 13 to 7 twice and 14 to 2, right? Um, I think sometimes it's right to step up. Um, like if we roll double twos or something, I might make the 18 point just for more like to get shots sooner. But here, with double six, I think going to 14 point is just not enough contact. So I think this is what I would play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now double 1.
Okay, yeah. So there's probably, I mean, so I guess do we want to save like a six or not, basically, right? I guess is the decision. So I mean, we could play 7-3. Um, is that worth it? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess this way, if we roll what 6-1 or 6-2, they're probably the only numbers that make a difference. Um, we we can stay on the anchor. I mean, 6-1 and 6-2 would be very bad numbers for us otherwise, right? So maybe that's enough of a reason to do this. Yeah, so I think I would play 7-3. Do you see something else?
Um, when I look at this, the way I like to think about it is as follows. Of course, the back checkers cannot move, right? So that's
Right,
clear. So there's got to be something on this side. So it's the considerations include number one, whether you want to save a six. So you can save two
right,
sixes by playing like this all the way.
right, right,
However, what happens is then you have an open 6 point, which is not good if you hit a checker. The other consideration is if you were to get a shot, it would likely be like a fly shot with like a 6-5 or maybe not even 6-5. I don't know, but like a 6-3, you'll get a fly shot. Would you want to have a blot in your board? So
right,
the other option would be to do something like this and maybe up or fiddling with
right,
things like like this. But I kind of do want to have the prime. So like I think I would
right.
certainly do these three.
That's three for sure.
And then
Yeah,
the
and
fourth
then
one, consider lifting the blot in case you get the shot coming in. I think you'd want to save the six.
mhm.
So
Yeah. So those are three, and then yeah, I mean the other disadvantage of 2-1 is just
right.
wasting in the race, and I mean we're way behind in the race anyway, but it's not totally crazy that we could roll double sixes or fives or something and catch up, and it might be close, right? Um, so yeah, so I guess the question is what's more important, to like the one or two pips of wastage versus the chances of us hitting a fly shot and then him rolling a two and us losing because of that, right? And yeah, I don't have a good way of judging that. I guess you could estimate how likely it is that he leaves a shot and then we hit it and then he rolls a two and then we lose because of that, right?
Yeah.
But
On the
I
other
don't.
hand, if like say we don't get a fly shot now, we may get a shot on the next roll, in
Mhm.
which case we may have an opportunity to make this point by that time. Um, or, if we lift it, it's going to be much harder to make that point if we get a shot in two rolls. So
Right.
it's a lot to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, so this might be, wrong. If I were playing, I wouldn't normally have even really seriously considered a play like 2-1. I could see if we had two blots, I could see wanting to reduce them, but at least for what I would play over the board, I think I would have played or not 7-3. Well, yeah, 7-3. So
Okay.
4-3 from that position. So, but that could very well be wrong. I see your point about not wanting to leave the blot, obviously. So, if it didn't have to go to the 1 point, I would be more excited about making that
Yeah.
play.
Okay, so we'll do this. 6-4. Okay, fly shot.
Okay, okay.
Now
No,
we're looking
1-8, and he's gonna roll a two. We're gonna lose because of that. Okay.
6-1. Okay, so I
No,
think
okay. So yeah, I mean, I think we have to just play like 7-1, 3-2, right? I think if he had a weaker board or if we were further behind in the race, I think you could consider like some, a bigger play like coming up the anchor. But here, I think it seems like too much.
right. Okay. Now 5-2. Six
Okay,
two.
so
So
I think
this is
20 to
forced
11.
and
Yeah.
forced, yeah.
Yeah.
6-2.
Um. Yeah. I mean, this isn't good either way. I mean, even though we're behind 23 pips before the Raw, I wouldn't be surprised if we're supposed to come off of the 20 point just because you know we're never getting a shot immediately. But there are, yeah, I think the contact almost favors white right now because like the small numbers can pick and pass or like double ones, I guess. Um, it is bad for us, and we don't want to lose a gammon, right? So um, So I think I would just play 20 to 12 with no numbers that leave a shot immediately.
Right.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, not good.
3-2.
Just 11 to 6.
3. Yeah. 3-1. So
Just 11 to 8, yeah. Or 12 to 8,
12
yeah.
to 7. The other consideration is this to make double fives work better, or this makes double fours work better.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I could see either way. I would have just played this without thinking too much about it, but I see your point about double fives.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. I don't think it's a big difference anyway because we're so far behind in the race.
Right. I think we have 0% either way. Well, maybe not. Okay.
Okay. So now
Okay.
we're at gammon go. We need a gammon here. 5-1.
Yep.
Now 6-1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I think we just make the bar point.
Yep. 6-5. Okay. Now 6-1.
Um, I think 24, 23, 13, 7 looks good. We want to hit obviously, and I like putting the spare on the 7 point after we've made or after we played 6-1. So
Yep. Okay. 5-3 is able to anchor.
okay.
Was really good.
Yeah. So not many gammons now. I think I just want to go 23 to 14. I think we need to run one of the checkers when we have
Right.
3 left on the midpoint. And I'd rather go from the 23 than the 24. So that seems clear to me.
Double 3. Okay. Now 4-2.
Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Um, I think I think we're probably just supposed to play 14 to 8. I don't really see, you could consider making a bigger play and, if white didn't have a board or something like that. But here, I think, we have a race lead. We just want to, bring everybody around.
Yep. Okay. Now we're hit.
Okay.
6-4. So the 4 is 4.
4. And I think we need to come out here. We're still ahead in the race. His midpoint is stripped. He has a bot and, may not be able to hit and cover, unless rules like, 3-6 or double threes, I guess, are the only things, right? So this looks clear to me.
Okay. And I probably wouldn't cover with the double 3 or 6-3. I would make the point probably.
Right. Yeah.
Or make the bar
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. Now double 2.
Okay. So I think we start with 15 to 13, and then I think like 6 to 4 twice, and then 8 to 6 looks good to me. We don't want to leave any shots here. I don't think we really want the 11 point. So that's we don't want the 11 point because we're about to have to clear it, and that strips. That uses up our spares on the midpoint. So this looks best to me. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a good idea. So the other thing you were thinking about is to play 15 to 13 and then make the 11 point, and then the
And
only
then
reasonable would be 8 to 6. So the thing
right,
to think
yeah,
about is what both plays have in common is 15 to 13 and then 8 to 6. So now you look at
right,
how you're going to play your final 2 twos, and as you mentioned, if you make this, you're actually only blocking yourself. You don't want
right,
to
yeah,
prime the opponent because you're ahead in the race, and you also
right,
mentioned that it strips these points, and it also fails to unstack the 6 checkers here. So
yep,
I think that would be a blunder.
yep.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So
Okay.
now I'm just trying to win in the race.
Yeah, I mean, so I think we just don't want to leave any shots here, and so 7 to 4 looks like the least bad option. Yeah, I don't think we need to clear the 8 point yet. I think we still have enough spare checkers to play with, so I think this looks fine.
Okay. 4-3.
Okay. I think probably just 13 to 6. Again, it's ugly, but we just don't want to leave any shots here.
Yeah.
Um, Okay. Yeah. I mean, again, so the safe play is 13 to 4, right? Is there anything else that's worth looking at? I don't. Yeah. I mean, that's an option, but um, hmm, I don't think we need to do that. White's running out of time. Is about to have to either run that checker or leave the anchor anyway, and so,
Right.
right. I think 13 to 4 seems clear.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, did bring it up.
Yeah.
Double two.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I guess we can play probably just 13 to 9 twice. Is there anything else? I don't. We don't really need the 2 point. I think our main problem is clearing and this has contact 6 away from the anchor, which is just going to make it harder to clear. So just um, 13 to 9 twice looks best
Yep.
to me.
We're ahead enough in the race as it is.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Now
Okay.
5-2.
Okay. So we can just clear from the back. Is there anything else? I mean, we can't make the 3 point, and yeah, I don't see
Play
anything
like
else that
this.
yeah we could, but yeah, I mean, I think we we when we're ahead in the race, I think we just want to bring it home, and we don't have any spares outside here, which makes me want to clear the 9 point.
Yeah. The one advantage of this is if you make this play and white rolls a 6, it's forced to break here, as well as a 5.
Right.
But if you make this play and he rolls a 6, he can play safely, whereas a
Right.
5, it would still be able to. But I think, this you have a lot more to attack if something happens without
I think
leaving.
also the other way, if we put the bots on the 2 and the 1 or wherever they landed, yeah, like even if he has to come out with a 6, we can't even really attack with the two bots, right? Probably
Yeah,
not any numbers
against this
can
board, right?
hit and cover or whatever. So I don't think we would want to attack. So yeah, I think I would just clear the 9 here.
Yep. Okay. 6-3. See you ran with that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Double six. So one,
Oh
two,
no.
three.
Okay. Right. Yeah, I don't see a reason to play 7 to 1 over 8 to 2.
Yep.
It's pure shots and makes a point. So
Yep.
hope he doesn't roll two. Okay. All
Okay.
right. We're still up a little bit. Okay. So I think I will play 7 to 5, 4 off, just to have a checker on the 5 points.
Yeah.
We have a lot on the 6, which is uncomfortable. So
Yeah. Fills in that gap and unstacks the 4 point.
yep.
Okay. 6-1. I'll
Okay.
just
Two
play the
off. Yep.
straightforward ones. Yeah.
Okay.
3-1. So the 1 and then the 3 like that.
3 off. Yep.
5-3. Guess you
I
want to
think
kick
just
off
2 off.
two.
Yep.
6-4. 4.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting. Yeah. I mean, if I think the keep count is the same for both, like 6 to 5 and 2 to 1, right? Which is usually the tiebreaker that I would use. So I think they're probably close. Um, I think so. I guess it's like, um, would I rather miss with a 5 or a 1, right? So I think 6 to 5 seems slightly better here, but I bet they're close again, just because the keep count is the same for both. What do you think?
I think this one is definitely better.
Oh, is that right?
The eyesight also gives you an extra for this for having points on all these. You would much rather miss with ones than fives.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Double three.
Okay.
So one,
So
two,
two, probably
three.
4 to 1, and then um, I think we play 5 to 2 because then only threes miss,
Yeah,
right? That way.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay, so now we'll review the match. Here it is, starting from the first game. So that we'll go through each move. The 6-5 was of course clear, and then the 4-1. This was the one that was
Mhm.
interesting when we were talking about it.
Yeah, so the double hits. That's very close, but
Yeah, they were pretty much close. So I wouldn't try to split hairs, but it certainly was better than not hitting at all and unstacking.
hmm
I think
right,
the first hit is clear, and then 13-9 has the benefit of unstacking while keeping the 5 points slotted, whereas 5-1 has the benefit of putting a second checker on the bar, leaving fewer return shots, but failing to slot the 5 point and unstack the midpoint. So they're both very close.
right.
Then the 5-1, yeah, this is the
Oh,
one we're talking
again,
about.
close. Okay,
There we're
good.
close, but making the 4 point comes out on top on the plus plus analysis. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even look at that
So
6 to
this is
1.
yeah, look at that.
So running was a little better, but they're close. Oh, 3%. I was looking at them backwards. Okay, so 24 to 18 is better than 23 and
Oh
8.
yeah, that's the
Okay,
one we were talking about, right?
right. Yep. hmm
Yeah, yeah. Does come out because you're ahead in the race and you're gonna want to come out. Yeah,
Yep.
you just don't like being on that point.
Right. You're right. Yeah, I don't know if that makes
Okay.
sense.
And then the 5-3 was
Yeah, that
was clear.
no other good option. And yeah, you're. Oh, okay, that was way too good. I would have
Oh,
guessed
this
it was
was
like
too
a couple
good. Yeah,
percent. Wow.
at this
Yeah.
score. So let's see if we were at a different score. Let's say like it's
That's what I.
for money games, it's probably a double for the Jacoby rule,
Right. Yeah, it can't be too
but
good.
it's a pass. It can't be too good. So let's say we have a 9 point match, like a longer match. It's
So there is a little
it's
too good, but
close. It's close.
three-way makes
Yeah.
sense.
So that's something good to think about
hmm hmm
when you are at these scores. And then maybe what about like if it's four away?
They're
Yeah,
way
it's
too good.
too
Yeah.
good, too good.
hmm
So I think let's see here. There's 75% winning chances and 35% gammon. So
That's
that's a
yeah.
good chunk. Yeah, that's a good chunk to play on.
hmm Yeah, much higher gammon than I would have guessed, but yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, yeah. Having a 2 point board, of course, is better than having a 1 point board. Both sides have 2 point boards, but let's see. Let's see what happens when you move that to there. Now it becomes better for white, and if we were to do that, now it becomes close because this 2 point is weak.
Mhm.
Yeah. I wonder if we move something back here if that affects things at all. Still still too good. Let's say we were back here. Still too good. It's just too much attacking potential here. What if this were like this? Still too good. Maybe like this. Still too good, even with one
Wow.
block. Look at that.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So then we had the 4-3, which was right. You just bring two down, and then
Yep.
here we had to make the bar
Bar
point.
point. Yep.
And then this is the one. Oh, so yeah. See, I told you sometimes I'm wrong.
Okay. Yeah. So we just got to go after the last checker. I see.
Yeah.
So
This one,
where?
I
Where's
guess
that?
it might have had to do with the score too. So like,
Wait. So that play it wins fewer gammons. Okay, I couldn't see.
yeah, we'll
So
see.
between the
So
top two, it's like 1% more wins and a couple
you
percent
win
fewer gammons. So it just wins more. Okay.
more gammons and it loses more gammons too. So you want
Yeah.
to be careful. But at least we made the 5 point and not the 4 point. But
Right.
This
Yeah.
one does have the added benefit of shooting at that one, and it kind of gets things going in the back when you're up that far in the race.
Hmm.
So what happened with
Yep.
this one? The 6-4.
What's this? Oh, okay. I just need to play 8 to 2.
Oh, the
Okay.
six. Yeah, kind of have to play safe here. Yeah, this one's tough. This one's tough.
That is, I mean, I know that's a like sort of systematic like weakness that I have is I really hate making the ugly play even when it's yeah clearly yeah there's a lot of reason to make it there, but yeah I see that. Yeah, I think we get double hit a lot. Um,
Too many double hits.
yeah.
And I guess we already have a 2-point board.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Now the 4-2. Look at this.
Okay, so they're close,
Oh yeah, they are close.
but reasonable to split
But
here
look
at
what it's
least.
suggesting is splitting here.
Yeah, that's the other one we are looking at,
A
right?
lot of
Yeah.
blots here. But the 4s hit here. The 4s are good there.
Yeah.
And what about this one? This one's not good.
Probably wouldn't have played that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then the double decision.
Yeah.
Turns out it was only a small double, borderline double.
Mm. Yeah.
So pretty easy take. And then this one looks like,
No, splitting was also okay, reasonable. Yeah.
yeah, they were close. Okay, and then the 6-4.
Okay, good. Yeah, you
Yeah,
saved me from almost blunder. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, there we go. Okay.
to do that. Okay.
Three,
And
two.
three
Okay, so
two,
three
these
was
were close, yeah.
good. A lot of close plays.
Yeah, they were virtually tied. And then
6 to 5.
the one we were talking about, and then the
Okay,
seven.
yeah. So upgrading from the 1 to the 2 is more of an upgrade than moving the spares from the 5 to the 6. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
data
makes
point, I
sense.
guess. Yeah,
And this one, no, this one.
that's White's play. Yeah. What was wrong with this? 18-15, 7 to 4. Huh.
I guess you just
Is
want to
that? Hmm.
duplicate the 3s that hit as opposed to have it in triple.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I wouldn't have found that one. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. And then the 6-5 was clear.
14 clear. Yeah,
This one pretty much,
well, it's
yeah,
clear. We could have left. Wait, what's that one? Oh, okay. So you're still keeping the 20 point.
like that maintains the contact here when you have the 2 blots.
Right.
I think that if this were here, then the other play would be,
Right. Then for sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. Makes
okay.
sense.
These were close.
7-3. They're all close. Yeah. But so yeah, so both them from the 7 was best by a little bit though. That's interesting.
There was that 2-1 play, was that?
Yeah.
I liked actually clearing the 7-point altogether like this.
Hmm. Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean 6-1, 6-2 look so bad after that, right? But yeah, I don't know. There must be some trade off that I'm not seeing.
On this. Yeah, I think it's just more efficient in the race once you bring these in.
Right. Yeah, sure.
So then this one, wow, look at this.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, yeah, sometimes that's right, I guess.
Oh,
But
comes out on top.
okay, still, I would have guessed that 2013 was further back.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Um,
and this one you had to
11
go.
automatic.
This
Yeah,
one,
we had to go
these
there
are
too.
basically tied. That doesn't matter. Okay, and then the 3-2. So the rest of this was kind of. All right, so we'll look at the Crawford game. So the 6-1 was just making that point. Yep. And then the other 6-1 was hitting again like we did. And the 6-3, the 2 running plays were close, but it comes out better to run this advanced checker.
Mhm.
Fewer shots. And then the 4-2 was just coming down here.
Yep.
And then the 6-4 was clear to just come out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the double 4.
15, 13. Oh, so could have played 6-4 3 times. Okay.
Yeah, this play was the one that I was talking about, this one.
13 to 11.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Not necessary. We don't
So
want the
this was
11 point.
essentially
Yeah.
tied with this,
Right.
keeping that extra spare. Let me see.
Yeah. I guess that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're close.
Yeah.
Okay.
2
That's
1,
2 to
13
1.
12.
Okay.
Okay. So it was worth it leaving the couple shots. Wow.
Because of the blot on the board. I guess if
I guess the blot on the board and the score, right?
yeah,
If we come in,
have
yeah, we
this,
win a lot
yeah.
of gammons probably. Still, huh?
But it's closer, huh? But if
So we
it's
lose like 4% more gammons, but that doesn't matter. Hit the score, I guess.
no, it's now 7-4 to bet is better. Okay. So then 4 to 3, you just had to play safe here and also
No
here.
shots, right?
And this one, the 13-9 twice.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to do this one. Um, and then the 5-2.
Oh, I should have listened to you.
Yeah,
176. Wow, that's a big one. Okay, so I guess that's just. I mean, I guess we just don't have enough of a race lead to be just try to break contact here.
this is a good one to kind of look into the dice distribution.
Mhm.
Um, I have my own dice distribution thing. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I'll show you. Okay.
I guess I'll avoid small numbers are bad, right? If we keep the 9 point,
Yeah.
like all of his fours, so or most of the fours.
So this is how they play. Um,
Oh, cool.
this is basically the sixes. There's just too much.
Wait, so what are play A and play B here? Play A is what I
So
played, and play B was the right one.
play A is the 6-1-4-2.
Oh, okay, got it.
This
Okay,
one, and then play B is this one.
okay,
So what happens is here the fives are forced. So this is the improvement. So the fives and the sixes, you're basically just giving them a lot to run with.
right.
It comes out a lot better here.
So six. So the equity swing. That's okay. That's so higher means that's better after.
That's better, yeah. And
Better
then
for us after if I
second
made the right
rules.
play.
Yeah.
Okay,
Your second rules actually play better after the top play too.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
that's a
Yeah,
good learning
I'll
opportunity.
have to stare at that one for a while.
um, what you want to do, like say, okay, here. Let's say these were back here. Now you have
Right.
a
So now I would. Yeah.
oh, still look at
Well,
that.
still close, but reasonable. Okay.
Yeah. If you were that far ahead,
Huh.
there's still you just get more gammons.
Seems like no matter what, yeah, much more, or yeah, 3%
Yeah.
more gammons.
Okay. And then the double six was just like that.
This is
The four
right.
two. There wasn't much in this
There was
game.
one with the one to play where we played 6 to 5, right?
Yeah.
Or was that in the previous game? I don't remember. Oh yeah, so 6 to 5. Okay, so it was about tied with 2 to 1. Yeah, 1.2, 1.5%. But
Yeah, the 4 off, and then the 4-3 would have actually been better than 2-1.
right. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have played 4-3 again just based on yeah. I mean, I mostly just look at the which gives the lowest Keith count. And I think the Keith count after 4-3 is one higher, but I mean, we
Okay,
need a better tool for picking between those.
okay, let me close this. I'll show you exactly. So this is the 2 roll. Okay,
Hmm.
so here's what happens. Next, your 5s play much better. These are your 5.
So,
This is the
oh,
difference.
I see.
So if
Okay.
you look at the top play versus the second play, your 5s play a lot worse.
The top play is
Six to
two to
five,
one. Oh, 6 to 5. Okay, got
six
it.
to five. So if you look at this one, for example, this compares 6 to 5 with 2 to 1. So
Right.
let's look at the final on the 6 to 5. After this, on your next roll, your 5s play better. This is the difference between the two. All the 5s play much better.
Hmm. I see the green row.
Compared
Yes, the
to
five. I understand.
as
Yeah.
compared to here, you're dumping. Basically, you don't want to dump. When you do like these counts in eyesight, you get a deduction if you have a gap on a point and your opponent has a checker on the corresponding point.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Keith count has the same thing. So in this position, or this is the original position, right? Yeah. So if you play 6 to 5, you save a penalty point for filling the gap on the 5 point.
Right,
But if
right.
you play 2 to 1, you also save a penalty point for taking the spare off the 2 point. So, yeah, I don't remember the eyesight penalties off the top of my head, so I
Yeah,
can see
it's
that.
similar,
So
similar.
yeah,
Okay, then the double 3 didn't really matter,
right.
and that was
Six off.
and
Yeah,
that was it. So
yeah.
we got a
Okay.
lucky double 6 at the end. Uh,
Yep.
okay, well, very good. It was fun.
Could have been worse. Yeah.
Yeah, we learned some stuff. So
Yeah.
go ahead and stop this. Very good. I enjoyed it. Did you have fun?
I did. Yeah. No, it was a lot of
Learn
fun. Had
learn
some
some
tough
things.
decisions.
Yeah, I'll save the
Yep.
match file and send it to you. I'll put the link to the match file in the video description. These are always fun. Do you have any final comments before we conclude?
No, not really. I mean, this was a lot of fun, and yeah. I mean, I've enjoyed watching all the videos you're making. I think it's good. I think backgammon needs more. I don't want to say content creators, but that kind of thing. So I think it's good to see people doing that, and so keep it up.
Thank you. It's actually very fun to do these. One of the things I like is the interaction with others, and something like I've invited a lot of people, and some people don't want to come on, which is fine. So some of the things I'm trying to do moving forward is, had you on, of course, in this video, love to have you again. One of the ideas I had is to have like a doubles if you want to get like a partner
Mhm.
and have 2 people play against XG. That would be a lot of fun. I did that once with 2 other guests. It takes a little bit longer because there's more discussion, but that's fun. That's something we can certainly do if you ever have a partner who'd like to play.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll see what I can do, but yeah, that sounds fun. This was a lot of fun to do. So yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, my pleasure, Max. Thank you for joining me. We'll go ahead and conclude. Thank you to the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Please Please let me know what you think in the comments below and what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. Again, my book, Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.